Good Ash Wednesday morning, Prospect. I do look forward to seeing you this afternoon, whether it's from 5 to 6 in a drive-through situation. If you're uncomfortable or unable to be at the service, and then those of you who are able to actually be at the service at 6:30. So I look forward to seeing you. One of the, I think, unintended consequences of our current political divide, I don't think that's all that divides us, but I'll use that as a reference point, is that we have got away from welcoming and inviting strangers to become members of our community. And I think I'm fairly confident that I have said I enjoy having a discussion with people with ideas completely different from mine, because I learn things. And the Bible has several things to say about this. The first one goes all the way back to Leviticus, which is that book of rules and regulations and do's and don'ts. But Leviticus 19, which is primarily a chapter on family and neighbor relationships, but 1933, when immigrants live in your land with you, you must not cheat them. Any immigrant who lives with you must be treated as if they were one of your citizens. You must love them as yourself, because you were once immigrants in the land of Egypt. I am the Lord your God. You must not act unjustly. Here God is instructing, if there is someone who is legitimately living in your neighborhood, treat them as if they were part of your family. I was struck because I don't remember ever reading this before, but right before this it says, you must rise in the presence of an old person and respect the elderly. I wonder where that came from. I just thought it was something my parents taught me. But moving over to Hebrews chapter 13. Keep loving each other like family. Don't neglect to open your homes to guests, because by doing this, some have been hosts to angels without knowing it. Hebrews goes on, remember prisoners as if you were in prison with them, and people who are mistreated as if you were in their place. God intends us to be our brother's keeper, our sister's keeper. It is what makes being Christian different. We have the privilege of bearing one another's burdens. And it is a privilege. It's not an obligation, it's a privilege. I wish we could get back to a place where there was actually a dialogue going on, and we weren't all so fixed in our determination that we were right. Because I'm convicted that the older I get, the more that I realize that the things that I used to be absolutist about are probably things God doesn't worry about at all. Remember, Jesus himself said that the Sabbath, man was not created for the Sabbath was created for man. It's a day of rest, not a day of rules. Welcome the stranger into your midst. Folks, it really comes down to this. You're going to have to choose at some point between opening your homes and your hearts to people who are different from you, or putting up bars on your windows to keep them out. I choose to open my home. It's not even a questionable choice for me. I hope and I pray that as we go through our Lenten season, as we examine some of the things in the last days of Christ, that you will see that community is one of the key things about being followers of Christ. Have a blessed day, and I'll see you this evening.